took what coin I could from home with me.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice.
They must have
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off.
And you stashed away the remains?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit.
That's all I wanted to...
Please, keep it to yourself.
I'm still curious.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry.
Thank you. And please, Gregor.
How is it that you don't...
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time.
Peace be with you.
Slow down, brother.
Pay more attention, brother.
In a rush to pray?
Pay more attention, brother.
This is not a good time.
Don't move a mi-
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working?
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Brother, I wasn't born yesterday. This is your first warning.
Pay more attention, brother.
Pay more attention, brother. Watch your step, brother.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask you. I'm looking for some.
And what?
I'm looking for
Lock picks?
I'd like to practice open.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vow. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Can't you see we are at mass? Slow down, brother.
This is not a good time.
What do you desire?
What are you doing?
Are you spying on me? Well, dear Gregor, I don't...
Hold your horses. I was passing by.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't...
I'll leave you...
Thank you. And please...
There's something I should tell you. I'm here to find someone, and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here?
They call him pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, they sent me here to find him and bring him to justice.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot...
Well, that's just it. It could be Antonius?
Antonius? He's a fine fellow. No, it can't be him.
See how hard it is? It could be anyone, and at the same time, no... I won't tell you more.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone for...
Thank you, Siskin. What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
What's
Are you
that
sure?
thing
Why
carrying
such
around?
haste?
And why?
And why?
What is that?
Slow down, brother.
Where did you get it?
Are you sure that belongs here?
Salve Domine.
In a rush to pray?
Slow down, brother.
In a rush to...
Slow down, brother.
Slow down. Why such
What's your
haste?
step, brother?
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you, brother.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the Order.
I'm interested in the... Do you know anything?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. He's always happy to help.
Listen,
Ha! I knew it! It's better not to ask, isn't it?
never mind that. Who's a...
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense.
What are you talking about? You clearly know something I don't.
I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. He's no monk. What are you going to do to that fellow once you
That's not your...
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it.
Can you tell me...
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. I'm just the ordinary son.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. And you know what?
Well, maybe.
Me? A criminal? Look at me. How could I be? No, my friend, you're...
You're most likely...
Oh, well, I should say so. Think...
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciple's part is to be... Ah, Gregor. Talk.
I found this piece of parchment.
It
Ovid? What is that?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn.
Oh, would you like me to put the...
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't... I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will...
Good. I'll...
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book...
Is it possible to learn something?
Only the abbot and the prior.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chamber. The Rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual labor. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows.
I'm Gregor. And...
I know.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset.
At whatever is necessary until about the fourth.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but
Themselves to reading.
What can you tell me about...
not a lot. I don't know him.
Let them rest on their beds in perfect silence.
You really don't know anything about any...
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell.
I'd like to know something...
I don't.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell.
Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned a task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness and at the same
In the night, I overheard the cicada...
Oh no. So it's still not over. This isn't a life and service.
Lucas, what's going on?
What do you think? Just like you, I saw the cicadas drinking it.
readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought
We
to
should report them.
disciple
I agree.
old teaching.
I warned them if they didn't stop, I'd go and tell the prior. But instead of mending their way...
You've picked the wrong people to make enemies of, Lucas, they told me. No, I can't even count how many days and nights I've spent locked up in solitary...
Demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more
Is there something I can do to help?
Would you? I think all it might take is for you to go and sit down with them. Have a talk, set things straight. Then they'd leave me alone.
I'm not afraid of them.
Brother, you have the courage I lack. May the grace of God be...
There's something I should tell you.
You're looking for some...
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the noise.
I heard something about that.
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other...
That can't be. Have you told the prior?
Talk to him. Do you have any idea which of the novices...
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me.
Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show...
Will you tell me something?
There's...
I mean, where you're from. What sort...
I'm a novice at...
The Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples.
Come on.
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took...
And should know that to whom more is committed.
I think that you're the...
What are you on about?
I am. Your secretiveness, the fact that you don't want...
But you're wrong. You've made a terrible mistake.
I'll leave you in peace.
You're a madman. A dangerous madman.
But, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
Brethren should be assigned a task or craft.
Praise be to Christ, but
Greetings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That
In
is
the
to
night,
say,
And why aren't you spending your nights sleeping instead of creeping around?
I only wanted to...
I know, brother, I know. But you need to understand that novices...
intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine
Even if something...
presence by his actions
Even
to
then,
those
I'm
harder
afraid.
hearts and ruder
Who are
minds.
you compared with them?
Abbot should always
Wait till you
remember
know what's
he
what.
is and what he is.
Life in a monastery is much like life outside in many ways.
Really?
From him,
I thought monks were above that sort of human.
let him
They
make no
became
distinction
monks,
of
Gregor, but that
persons
didn't
and
stop them being men.
Let him not love
Be
one
on your guard
more
as
than
much
another.
as you ever... Lies, jealousy, vengeance.
Better in good
They can
works
hurt you
than
here
in
as much as anywhere.
Thanks for the advice.
Let him not shut his
Although I
eyes
don't know
to
if
the
I...
faults
That's
of
up to you,
offenders,
brother.
But since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear.
What do you desire, brother?
Remembering the fate of Heli,
I found a dagger in your...
And why shouldn't you have? I did hide it there after all.
Correct with verbal admonition the first and second time.
Only when necessary.
Bold,
And was it
hard,
necessary?
proud, and
Are you
disciplined.
looking for someone or something?
You should curb at the very
That
beginning
dagger's
of
the only thing I have left of my
stripes
father.
and other bodies.
It was in our old shop under the counter.
Knowing that it is written,
Father kept...
"The fool is not
When I was
corrupted with
little,
words."
I admired that dagger so much.
Beat your
I asked
soul
Father if he'd
wrong,
give it to me when I was older.
deliver his soul from
He always
death.
said yes.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual
Go on, please.
Idleness is
Now
the
Father's
enemy
dead
of
and
the
I'm
soul.
here.
Therefore,
That piece of steel is the only thing I have left from the outside world. I know it's not suitable. Now you can give it back to me. Val,
To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October.
I'd rather keep it.
When they come out from prime in the
but you
morning,
can't.
let them
It's
labor
not yours.
whatever
So you're
is
nothing but a
necessary
common
until
thief.
about the fourth hour.
I hope your conscience will get the better of you one day and you'll return it.
Let them apply themselves to reading. After the sixth
I'd be
hour,
interested to hear what you think about...
let them rest on their beds in perfect silence.
That's
Or
all.
if anyone
Thanks.
may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself
Here's
in
your
such a
dagger.
way as not to disturb anyone.
Thank you, brother.
Let
You don't know
prayer
what this
be
means
said
to me.
rather early,
It's the only thing I...
the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done until vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual labor.
Ah, Gregor, talk.
To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows.
I heard you've been mistreating...
What's it to you?
I want you to put an end to it and treat him like you should. Like a...
Well, well. You've really grown a pair of angel's wings. You'd better be careful. Wings can get...
I couldn't care less who's around here. All I know is, there's me, a young man in his prime.
Come now, brother. There's no need for such angry words. Nothing serious happened. We had a bit of a brotherly disagreement with Lucas, but that's water under the bridge. Please.
Thanks. I'm always glad when people...
Beware of Lucas. He might corrupt you.
What do you mean?
He's a sodomite, a sinner. He might try to get you into the habit.
I'll decide for myself who I... I spoke to the cicadas about how they've been treating you.
Really? Did you...
I turned the screws on them. They'll leave you alone now.
You've done it? You've stood up to the cicadas. You've earned my admiration and my thanks. Because now I know I can trust you. There's something I want to tell you. It's about Brother Antonius. I I wouldn't like to say something that isn't true. God forbid I should cause harm by my words, but this is something I'm sure of. Novice Antonius is lying to us.
What makes you say that?
He claims he's a merchant's son from Vlashen, and that he joined the order voluntarily. The thing is, I spent a great deal of time in Vlashen. I know it like the back of my hand, and no one even remotely like Antonius has ever lived there.
Are you sure? Because this could mean that...
It's true, or Canute isn't my name. That would be my secular name, by the way, but that's not important. I know Vlashen, and I know the local merchants there, and I've never seen Antonius among them. Why would he be lying if he had nothing to hide?
Thank you for telling me. I'll look into it.
Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard.
Pay more attention, brother.
I was mute and was humble and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil. Silence is so important. Permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation.
What would you like?
For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are...
I've heard you're from Vlash.
Yes, why do you ask? And more importantly, where did you hear it? Since I'm quite sure I've never told you. Honestly, the monks like to gossip.
Because I've heard otherwise. You aren't from Vlashen. You made it all up.
And who told you that? Whoever it was, he's a...
But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
Watch your step, brother. Gregor, talk to me. Why such haste? Halt! Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you...
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately.
Brother, save your excuse. This is your second warning. Do it again.
I'm Gregor.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the...
That means you get to leave the monastery.
No, not at all. I just...
Is there anything I could...
You know, there is. Perhaps you've heard that. I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I...
You can count on my help.
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, the cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the libri prohibiti.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices. Witchcraft. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil.
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly...
Is there anything...
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass on... They say Brother Solarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so...
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about this.
What sins are you talking?
The scripture said... I'm sorry.
Tell me something.
When he becomes abbot...
I'll be interested to know...
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor... He's won the...
Why do you want to be...
Because when I see the way things are headed, I'd like to change things and bring...
That's all.
Peace be with you, brother.
Service.
Ah, this looks like the Saracen language. Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
What's
Slow
your...
down, brother.
What's your... Pay more attention.
What would you like?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the Today it's your task to concoct 2 potions to aid. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them. What troubles you?
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'd be interested in finding out the background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who... They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in...
Thanks. You've helped me.
No, thank you. About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it. What do you desire?
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
Apage, Satanas. contains forbidden books. Salve, be well.
What's your step, brother?
Stockbreaker.
In a wish to pray?
I've heard you're from...
Yes, why do you ask? And more important...
I've read the Abbot's book. It's got every...
Why? What?
That doesn't matter. What matters is...
What's so implausible about it? I've always been more interested in books.
You see, I'm looking for someone in the monastery. Someone who's lied about who he...
But I told you, I've never...
That's funny. I think you're lying to me right now.
Do you think you're entitled to met out justice? Who gave you the right? I'm sorry, but I don't...
if you so much as open your mouth...
Then what? You think you can threaten me? You'd better watch yourself.
Brother, stealing is a sin. You should...
I've had enough of this.
You dare resist punishment? Let me remind you, brother.
Yes, brother. I'm resisting punishment. I've had it up...
You failed to complete your trial period as a novice. You...
Help! Over there!
If I kill someone, I'll need to disappear before they're found and panic breaks out. I'll probably never be able to return.
Don't move a finger!
Surrender!
Hey!
You'll have to answer for your lord.
Fucking dog!
Yeah!
You there! Stop! You! Stop right where you are!
Ah! Goddamn!
Move a finger!
Ha!
You there! Stop!
Is that all you got?
Hey! You! Don't move a muscle!
Come here,
Ah!
silly liver.
that? Where did you get it?
Are you sure that belongs here? What is that? Where did you get it?
What would you like?
Brother, I've a favor to ask. And I think you're the man to help me with it.
I see, so it's...
Well, yes.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off.
There's something else on my...
Brother, remember the vows you made.
I'm looking...
And what...
I'm looking for...
Lock picks?
I'd like to practice...
Well, what? So you heard I used... I'll trade...
Let's have a word about the prop.
No deal, then.
In a rush to pray?
In a rush to pray?
adereto satana, non quam soave mihi vana, sub mala quaevivas ipsa vidas.
What would you like?
What is it, brother?
Slow down, brother.
What troubles you? The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
you're carrying around?
Why such haste? What's that you're carrying around? And why? What's that you're carrying around? And why?
Are you interested in what's inside? Forbidden books.
Salve. Be well.
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the... You call that a copy? You've completely...
Brother, what are you
I definitely was.
Really? This time I'll look the other way. Cease this disgraceful behavior. Novices have no business.
What have we here? That's it. The book with information about the novices. Interesting. But I still don't know which one of them is pious.
forbidden books written by the devil himself.
Why such haste?
Forget about them.
Salve. Be well.
contains forbidden books.
I'm a new brother, a novice, Gregor. I don't know my...
Welcome amongst us. How'd you like it here?
Not terribly much.
What could you have been expecting? But you'll get used to it here soon. Until then...
I'd like to ask...
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I found a few pages of the Torah.
Wonderful. Keep looking then.
Why such haste?
Watch your step, brother.
Watch your step, bro. Why such haste? Slow down, brother.
Get away from me, lad. What's stored there aren't your
You're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about it. Get away from that cabinet. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see.
Brother? Stealing?
I've had a...
You dare
Yes, brother.
You...
Don't move a finger. Surrender! You've committed a crime.
Peace be with you, brother.
What would you like?
I have all the pages of the torn-up book.
Oh, brother, you can't even imagine how happy you've made me. Since you're clear, I'll lend you the key to the cabinet containing forbidden books. And you can look at the peculiar... That cabinet's strictly off limits to novices. But you've earned my trust. I'm sure...
Thank you, brother. I'd like to ask you something.
Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yurik will fetch more.
Stop! Brother? Stealing is a sin. You should know that.
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you.
I've heard some unsettling news. I've been told you've lied about who you are the entire time you've been here. What do you have to say about it?
I don't have anything to say. If I'm not me, then you're not you. And that...
Enough of that nonsense. Tell me who you are and...
I'm Carl, or I was, and I was ordered here by my father. What do you mean looking for? I've no idea what you're talking about.
I can find out whether you really are the Carl we accepted here. If you are, no need to worry. All accusations against you will be withdrawn, but...
already given my boy a thrashing over this, but once I get my hands on the fiend with whom he cooked up this asinine plan, I will wring his goddamn fucking neck!
Calm down, my lord. You're in a monastery.
The insolence! Help him flee and then pretend to be him?
It's certainly an unfortunate incident, but there's no need for such agitation or profanity. We will take care of it. Ah, that's him! Stop him!
Now I've got you, you bastard!
Fuck. If I don't kill Pius now, I never will.
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll get what for.
Leave me be! Enough! You win!
Salve. Be well.
What would you like?
Oh,
Thank.
Watch your step, brother. Why such... Watch your step, brother.
God be with you. What would you like?
I've read the abbot's book. It says in there that you're not as saintly as you make out.
You broke into the abbot's quarters to spy on me? You...
I wasn't interested in your opinion about what I did. What interests me is you...
I don't know anything. I'm going to report...
Just try it, and I'll smack you so hard.
No, don't hit me.
Why such haste?
Why such haste? Watch your step, brother.
Listen. For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban.
and for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to
Brother?
at times to refrain even from good speech.
Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian.
Sin make us avoid evil words.
Very well, brother.
Since this spirit
Now, show me what you have on.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable. But he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, his former friends didn't take kindly to that, though, and wanted to punish him. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry for what he...
It was you that poisoned me.
Don't take it personally. Kill or be killed. You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God, what I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit. But I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery, I've had plenty of time to think things...
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God.
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can...
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that, before we make a run for it, will make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get us...
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach.
And where am I supposed...
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before...
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing. You can escape in that habit, but I need to vanish as fast as I can.
What do I need the keys?
How else will we get out?
Getting the keys won't be...
I know, but Brother Select... Or there's the hard...
They both sound hard to me. All right, that's everything I need to know.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you... And Gregor...
That would sound more sincere if you hadn't just tried to kill me.
That's why I'm thanking you. For being so reasonable despite what I did. For what it's worth, I'm glad the poison didn't get...
Praise be to our Lord
Pay more
Jesus.
attention, brother.
Brother, this isn't a place for you.
I'm telling you, someone's been creeping around the corridor at night.
Slow? Brother? You were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your place? Don't you...
I've had enough of this.
You dare resist punishment?
I apologize.
I still need to look through your pockets to see if you have anything you should... You have a weapon. You failed to complete your trial...
Peace be with you, brother.
Brother? Stealing?
I've had enough.
You?
Yes, bro.
You've...
Is someone there?
In a rush to pray?